The Dakota Rhinos are charging into Texas tonight with all the momentum. But will the Desperados stop them? If they don't, maybe the wind will. Blustery conditions in El Paso as the tumbleweeds roll. In Detroit tonight, the Mustangs play in front of their home crowd, but it's been a minute since we've seen Montana. They've got a lot of new faces and new attitude as they try to flip their script tonight. And up north, the Minnesota Chippers are 1-0 off a blowout win. New Orleans is 0-1 off a blowout loss. Will the two play a surprising game of tug-of-war, or will the Chippers rip the rope? It's time to find out right here on the Virtual Zone. Week 2 concludes tonight. Sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now. We begin in El Paso, where the Desperados host the Rhinos tonight. All 3 games are kicking off and underway, and you can see right away that wind forcing Dakota to have an alternate returner out there to return that opening kickoff. Nearly blew the ball out of bounds. We got a lot of interesting matchups tonight as Lorenzo Snow gets the carry for Dakota and picks up 10 yards. Your trivia question in the chat tonight: which team will be the first to go ahead by 2 scores? Polls close in about 7 minutes. Don't miss out, people. And yes, all these boosts and drops will be updated before the end, before week 3 begins on Saturday. Don't you worry, as we're just getting underway. Whisker Lafouche for New Orleans is off and running, an 18-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans in their road whites and maroons tonight with the lighter red accents. Minnesota in their gold, green, gold. Montana's got a blue, white, gold look going on tonight. Or a tan, I guess, for Montana. Looks really nice.
Here we go.
Dakota's in blue, white, gray, and El Paso in silver, black, silver, as we're waiting for our first team to cross the 50 tonight. Jack Brown's pass is complete for Motor City up to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 14 yards, his first completion. Sudo Nakai's in the house, Justin Reside, Tyler Falk is here, Colin Northrup, Emmanuel Blackman, Ernest McCrae, Michael Percoco, Mojo McLean, Neil Rivers, Skippy, Kane Vasquez, all here and more. Billy Flagg on a play fake. Fires for Dakota, that is caught, and the Rhinos are inside the 50. New Orleans approaching the 50. Lafouche has completed his opening 2 passes, and Motor City is approaching the 50. We got a couple more questions to ask you throughout the night. Who's on the line in the chat? Don't go anywhere. Whisker Lafouche fires down the middle, and New Orleans has a first down at the 27-yard line. Motor City's pass is complete over the middle as they run through the lineups in El Paso. Let's go to Detroit. The Mustangs in their home opener, Minnesota in their home opener, and El Paso with back-to-back home games to start the season. Big run there for Owens. That's unclaimed halfback 1. Baron Owens for Motor City picking up the first down. He's got 24 yards on the opening drive. We mentioned in the preview block here on Game Night that the Montana Silvertips have some new members, and that's quarterback Brandon Kelly, defensive tackle Kobu Scar, and then running back is Jason Williams. Wide receiver 1 is Kay Marion. So a couple of new faces for the Silvertips here tonight as they try to help their team out to victory. New Orleans is in the red zone. Our first team into the red zone tonight to the 16-yard line. That's Ray Chapatulis' first carry for 8 yards. Jack Brown fires to Ace Fennick. Just a little curl route will set up 3rd down and 6 for the Mustangs. Dakota's on the move on their opening possession, but on 4th and inches, they're actually going to test this blustery night. A 51-yard field goal for Dakota to give us our first points of the night. That is good. New Orleans inside the 5, and Motor City down to the 10-yard line now in the red zone. James Walters, who was the big-time player for Motor City when they last hit the field. Walters 11 for 254. Handoff up the middle, New Orleans. That is a claw touchdown.
Ready.
6-0 New Orleans. They score on their opening drive. How about that? Scott with the touchdown for New Orleans. Motor City into the end zone. That is a touchdown. Scott last week just 3 carries for 20 yards for New Orleans, but he's got a score, and then James Walters in the back of the end zone. So Motor City, New Orleans, and Dakota all get points on their opening drive. But it's touchdowns at the bottom of your screen for Motor City and New Orleans. We're all out of the end zone. Let's go, red zone. Let's go back to Texas, where the Desperados have their opening possession. Wow, high praise from Jesse Fritz. The UFL will absorb the NFL and Cam will become king of earth. I haven't heard that one before, but that'd be pretty amazing.
Here we go. Set. 10. Husky. We got tight left. 4 down. Ready.
Second down and 10 for El Paso. Now we get an opportunity to see what some of these teams worked on. New Orleans this week worked on improving some of their defensive coverages at the linebacker and in the secondary. It was quite alarming when we looked at the Claws roster during the week between weeks 1 and week 2. Their linebackers are really just awful at coverage, probably the worst in the league, and so they're going to try to maximize the potential of those linebackers who are a little bit better at pursuit and playing up front. Meanwhile, Montana boosted quarterback Brian Kelly after a few interceptions in that frustrating 37-6 loss to Salt Lake, in which they, as Jason Williams gets his first carry there, in which the Montana Silvertips actually outscored or outgained rather, the Salt Lake Hornets. You have less than a minute to get your answers in for who's going to take the first double-digit lead as Doug Falk goes down the field. A bouncing ball is incomplete, could not be hauled in by son Tyler. So it's third down there. Jason Williams right up the gut for Montana's got a first down. And Elliott Pope Jr. is off to the races for El Paso, but will only pick up 2 yards. El Paso, meanwhile, El Paso worked on their red zone offense after their red zone offense scored just 1 touchdown and 4 trips in their loss to Dallas. This is a big gain there for James. He's got 18 yards on his first 3 carries, and El Paso's got a first down. New Orleans just got a sack, and that will force Doug Falk and the Minnesota Chippers offense off the field. Nobody open for Falk. Last week, Doug Falk was 26 of 34 and 2 touchdowns. He was outstanding.
Push him back.
El Paso is threatening now in scoring position. Elliott Pope Jr., 2 for 2 for 26 yards. They are your closest to scoring position right now as Montana is threatening to cross the 50. Buchanan, Williams' backup, gets his first carry.
3 down.
There goes James for El Paso into the open field. Red zone opportunity for the Desperados on their opening possession. So we'll get to see if El Paso's red zone offense has improved tonight. Wow, great block in there for the Desperados. Dakota hung on to beat Houston by a hair in week 1. So look at the pylon cam as James comes into view. That's unclaimed halfback Dyron James. A couple of unclaimed running backs here on the block tonight. A little surprising. So here we go. First down and goal at the 8-yard line for El Paso. Trying to take the lead with a touchdown, tie with a field goal. Elliott Pope Jr.'s pass is caught. Couple of receivers in the area. And it looked like the tight end, unclaimed tight end Eric Grammer with the catch down to the 2-yard line. Visca Lafouche back to work on 3rd down and 11 for New Orleans, but misfires. And the Claws will go 3 and out. They'll have to punt. 3rd down and 2 for Montana. Hand off to James, nothing there. Or McCreary, rather, with a 3-yard loss. And then on 3rd down and 2, Montana goes backwards as well, looking for Williams. Marked officially no gain. They are in range to potentially go for it. 4th and 2 at the Motor City 43-yard line. We'll see what they do. As for El Paso, it's 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Unfortunately, Juan, you missed the polls closing. They closed at 6:10. That pass for El Paso is caught for a touchdown. So 1 for 1 in the red zone this week. That's unclaimed wide receiver Kalen Varley. El Paso has the most availability or least claimed spots in the, wow, his own teammate almost got in the way from that. But they have the most unclaimed spots in the UFL, and El Paso offering quite the haul if you've not joined a team in Boost to make that happen. Dakota with a blocked extra point. It's still being kicked around. It's finally recovered, and Dakota is taking it back the other way for 2 points. 6-5 is your score in Texas. Wow, and I tell you what, Mordecai Pfister almost had it. I would have paid good money to see Pfister run that into the end zone, but instead, it is 2 points for Dakota off a blocked extra point. 2:49 to go in the first, 6-5. Man. How about that? Tyler Fogg with a catch to the New Orleans 46-yard line as Minnesota looks to respond. Waiting for our first double-digit or a 2-score lead of the night here on Game Night to unlock a boost.
Ready, set.
Handoff for a first down. Colin, I have Doug Howard Jr. marked as Deshaun Hawkins for the defensive end. So forgive me if that is an error based on the player ID that was claimed. We'll have to take a look at that. Carlton Rhodes with a first down for Dakota. His first catch for 15 yards, signaling a first down. And that's a nice one-on-one catch against unclaimed CB2 Javon Cromartie. Meanwhile, it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Minnesota coming up on the New Orleans 44. Motor City trying to go up 2 scores on Montana. They've got the ball at the 50-yard line. They are the closest to doing so tonight. Yeah, Mojo, I would say so. We did not have any claimed correct scores last night, and if we don't have any tonight, next week the award goes up to +6 as James Walters shakes off a tackle and gets to the 40-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter in Detroit. Lorenzo Snow getting away and scampering out of bounds. He's got 17 yards on 4 carries for the Rhinos. Dakota's going to have to, or Minnesota rather, is going to have to punt. And a high kick is going to be fair caught at the 13-yard line. You know, Minnesota in their first game, they rumbled over Portland 41-18. And the goose egg in the first quarter, a little bit surprising. New Orleans defense certainly much improved tonight. As Jack Brown drops to throw, Motor City needs just a field goal to win that score prediction. Or win that first prediction of the night. As does New Orleans, who now possesses the football. Doesn't look like a two-score game's happening anytime soon in El Paso, where the Desperados lead at 6-5. Nevertheless, Billy Flagg's got another completion to the 31-yard line. He's 3 for 3 for 39 yards in the first quarter. Chapatulas on the carry, gets around the corner. First down for New Orleans, a pickup of 11. Jack Brown over the middle. That pass is caught out of the backfield. Nice little Texas route. Gets Motor City into the red zone. Into the first quarter in El Paso. So Motor City has our first opportunity to take a two-score lead. Montana, not the start they were hoping for. Scott on that carry for New Orleans. Billy Flagg, play fake. There's a flag on the play. That pass looked simply dropped by newly acquired Mike Coco, but it won't matter because Leachman is called for the hold. New players playing tonight, Dakota's Mike Coco and Rick Kuhn at cornerback. That is TJ Horn, the tight end, with a reception. Flag is now 4 for 4. As mentioned, Motor City's got Doug Howard Jr. out there on the defensive front. Interception for Minnesota. Going back the other way into scoring position. Delayed handoff for Motor City going nowhere, so now that's 3rd and long. And a red zone opportunity now for Dakota as Carlton Rhodes makes the catch. Lower right-hand corner of your screen. Let's check out Lafouche, who zinged one and maybe should have zang it the other way. So interception for Minnesota's defense. Lorenzo Snow on the move, tough to bring down for Dakota, getting it down to the El Paso 8-yard line. Well, Motor City now technically outside of the red zone, and on 3rd down and 14, they just want to run a draw, so that two-score lead looks imminent as Minnesota's looking to tie.
Here we go. 8 read.
First down and goal at the 8. Billy Flagg is going to take off and run. He cannot break through a tackle, and Motor City's got our two-score lead. To the second person that correctly guessed Motor City, you're going to win the boost tonight. That is Mojo McLean, Sauce K over in Florida. Make sure to tag me in general chat with how you'd like to apply that +5. I'll get it pinned to make sure that in the next update of Boosts and Drops that we get that going for you. Congrats to Mojo. End of the first quarter in Minnesota. It is 2nd down and 17 for the Chippers after what I'm assuming was another sack on Doug Falk. Didn't get a chance to check it. Here comes a 2nd down and goal for Dakota as they hand it off up the middle down to the 5-yard line. Now 3rd and goal. 2nd and long. Minnesota trying to establish the run game, and Douglas Brown has -1 yards on 3 carries. Chippers cannot get that run game going. Now it's 3rd down and 18. Billy Flagg on 3rd and goal. Too easy. Touchdown Dakota. Flag connects. I don't think we'll see them go for 2. That is only applied in the second half. They'll probably kick the extra point there as Minnesota went for the first down but could not connect. Looking for Tyler Falk down the field. New Orleans, more great defense here in the early part of this game. It'll set up a 4th down and long for Minnesota, and I think they'll have to punt the football away. Are they in range? No, they're going to try it. 52 yards. 52-yarder for the Chippers to get on the board. That kick is short. No good. Way short. And the shutout continues for the Claws. Kicker did not get all that one. That never stood a chance. That hit the net on the bounce. So now we'll go to the closest team in scoring position. That's Jason Williams and the Montana Silvertips. As you look at Lafourche's updated numbers.
Break.
57, the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Second down and 7 at the 47-yard line. Jason Williams all the way to the Motor City 41 for a first down. 8 carries, 43 yards for Jason Williams in his debut. Well, looking for something to listen to on Friday morning. It's the episode 3 of the Creators Podcast, Breaking News. It'll be out Friday morning on the Virtual Football Network. As El Paso's got a wide open receiver, nobody on him. Touchdown, Desperados. Unclaimed wide receiver 1, Darren Holcomb. Tie game at 12 in Texas. A blown coverage. And the Desperados are an extra point away of matching their total from week 1 against Dallas. The Creators Podcast, episode 3 comes your way Friday. Breaking news as me and co-founder CJ Zilligan finalize the times. We will have reaction to the first 2 weeks of play, talk about all of the improvements, adjustments, where the league is desperately trying to keep up with the workload and everything in between. Check out the Creators Podcast tomorrow morning, Friday morning on the Virtual Football Network. Montana's going to kick from 51, and that is also no good. So a couple of kickers not having the distance tonight. That one, well, that wasn't too close either. So the shutout remains in Detroit. New Orleans is approaching the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 3. For anyone watching that game really closely, you have to let us know how New Orleans linebackers have looked tonight. If they're sending more pressure than they were last week, Whisker Lafourche is going to take off and run. He's got the first down, and New Orleans is in the red zone. Billy Flagg is going long, incomplete into double coverage. His first incompletion of the night as Dakota tried to one-up El Paso. Oh, what a block in the Motor City game. That pass is incomplete. We'll set up a 3rd down and 7. I don't think we're going to get a replay. But a Montana defender went head over heels. Another catch for TJ Horn over the middle for Dakota. Horn's up to 30 yards on 2 catches. Jack Brown on a 3rd down and 7 is going to airmail it into the end zone. Knocked away and nearly intercepted. Was looking for James Walters. Can't fault Motor City for that one as Lafourche is crushed at the 10-yard line. And Dakota is going all the way for a score. Lorenzo Snow with a touchdown. We'll go audio to Minnesota. Replay in El Paso where we've had long score after long score in Texas. Lorenzo Snow, the 13th, makes a man miss and puts Dakota back in front, 18-13.
70, Indy.
3rd down and 4 for Lafourche and the Claws. Lafourche going to take off again. And he's got all kinds of room. Walks in for the touchdown. New Orleans up 13-0, and they have more points than they had last week. Meanwhile, in El Paso, we've had a blocked extra point return for 2 points. And we've had 2 plays, 2 touchdowns of over 50 yards. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. Dakota now leads 19-13 as Jason Williams gets the drive started for Montana. And even though Montana is down 10-0, they're keeping Motor City's offense somewhat at bay. Motor City racked up 38 points on the Tennessee Ramblers in their Week 1 victory on the road. This is Kelly, deep, it is caught. First, K. Marion, 39-yard catch. What a beautiful ball by Brandon Kelly for the Silvertips, right over the top of the defense. Wow, that's a pretty catch. Welcome to the league, K. Marion. The legacy continues. Hand off Jason Williams, and he's got Montana into the red zone. 10 carries, 66 yards in the first half. Joe Duncan in the chat, the mouth is running. Are you talking about mine? I just want to clarify.
Here we go. 60 or.
I'm coming after you.
One shocker on the board. New Orleans shutting out Minnesota, who has 18 total yards in this first half, trailing 14-0. And Doug Falk is sacked again. 2nd and 20, the 3rd sack for New Orleans. First down, killing Minnesota tonight.
Get it. Here we go.
Montana in the red zone of the 15.
Ready.
Big stop, G.
3rd and 6 for the Silvertips. They'd like to get a touchdown off this drive. Kelly fires. That is caught at the 1. Marked short of the end zone. Unclaimed wide receiver Brady Bradley. Douglas Ross actually with a 16-yard pickup. Look at this grab, lower left. Bent backwards, then forwards. Bradley, did he cross the line? That was an awkward catch. He got grabbed around the neck. And yeah, I think the elbow was down before he extended the football. 3rd and 13 for El Paso. Elliott Pope Jr. lets it rip. What a catch. First down in the red zone. A 23-yard completion and a sack from Motor City on 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Falk dumps it off on 3rd and 4. That is complete. Boy, we've seen a lot of play fakes gone awry inside the 5-yard line. I think that's something that many teams are going to want to check out of. You know, unless you got someone like a Karen Kaizumi who executed a similar play like that beautifully last night in prime time, that's a tough situation. But that catch to the 1-yard line did reset the sticks, so it's 2nd and goal for Montana. 5:45 to go in El Paso, and Elliott Pope Jr. is still on the move. Kelly fires to the end zone. That pass is knocked up in the air, and it goes into the 2nd row. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Chippers. Down 2 scores. Ah, got you, Joe. That's very good. The mouth is running. Brandon Kelly. Back to pass for Montana on a 3rd down. He just had to check it down. There was nowhere to go. Elliott Pope Jr. on the run on 2nd down and 8. Gets to the 16. He hasn't had a lot of running room. Dakota's speed has gotten there. So it looks like on 4th and goal, Montana's just going to have to settle for 3 points. Field goal is good, and the shutout is over. 3rd and 6, that's not what El Paso was looking for. And they're going to have to kick the field goal. Meanwhile, Minnesota is into New Orleans territory with under 3 to go in the first half. As we get close to the 2-minute offense here, we do want to let you know that the league made some AI adjustments after last night, some situational AI adjustments to teams that are that have the football in the final 2 minutes, and what they do with their timeouts and how they handle them. They really weren't calling them fast enough. They should start calling with about 45 seconds to go. But they just weren't doing that as Doug Falk hits Tyler Falk for a first down to the 25-yard line of New Orleans. Motor City's got the ball and the lead with 1:48 to go. Minnesota is trailing but on the move, and the field goal is good for El Paso. So 19-16 is your odds score there in Texas. Jack Brown's pass, nearly a pick six. That was a dangerous ball. Montana misses an opportunity there, really.
Hey, pick your game up. Check, check.
2-minute warning in Minnesota. A shocking shutout right now. New Orleans up 14-0. And that wind is blowing. Man, that ball nearly left the stadium. 2nd down and 10. Pass out of bounds is caught for, oh no, they said it was incomplete in Motor City. Deep shot, end zone, one-on-one, and the receiver had to play defender on that one. A little bit too much air under Falk's pass. 2nd down and 10 for Minnesota. Timeout Montana as Motor City elects to run on 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert there was minimal. And Doug Falk is thrown down again. 3rd and 19. Minnesota already missed a 52-yard field goal, and now they are in similar range. Minnesota cannot protect the quarterback tonight. And Montana's going to get a chance before the end of the half to do something with it. Motor City, what a punt. Nearly 60 yards. Dakota's got the ball with 3:35 to go in the first half. Emmanuel Blackman, good night to see how teams in the Northern Division are doing besides Portland. Certainly so. Montana, Dakota, and Minnesota all in action. 3rd down and 19 for Minnesota. Falk's pass is incomplete. So what are they going to do? 4th and 19. They missed from 52. Possible the kicker just didn't get all that he wanted out of it. No huddle for Montana. 2nd and 7. That pass is caught. Big play in Detroit. Down the sideline. All the way. K. Marion. Touchdown Montana. And the Minnesota field goal is no good again. The shutout continues. Brandon Kelly for the Silvertips to K. Marion. Got behind the defense and had just enough to get there, and Montana is now an extra point away from tying the Mustangs in Detroit. Oh, just past Colin Douglas. Tyler wants the kicker cut. Could be 14-6 right now, but instead New Orleans still up a full 2 scores. Now on the move, down to the 34-yard line, all 3 timeouts and 1:18 to go. El Paso's got the football back after a Dakota punt as they approach 2 minutes there. And Montana's extra point is up and good, so now it's 10-10. We'll keep our audio in Minnesota, where New Orleans, I'd say, is having a bounce-back night. Lost 38-7 to Miami, and parts of that game didn't even feel that close. Elliott Pope Jr. over the middle. That's caught for a first down to keep the drive alive for El Paso. There's a flag on the play in Minnesota, and it's a hold. So for New Orleans, that's coming back. 1st and 20.
Come on, set, 70, Indy.
No, the wind is not crazy in Minnesota, and that's what's so surprising. He's just stubbed his toe on those first two long attempts. Really hurting the chippers. It is windy in El Paso. There's blustery gusts as a storm rolls in from the west, moving east. Wiscalafush's pass is caught out of bounds with 48 seconds left and 3 timeouts. Motor City has 3 timeouts and 57 seconds to go. El Paso has 3 timeouts and 1:31 to go.
90 Wolf.
Pope Jr.'s pass caught. El Paso down to the Dakota 35. And again, New Orleans able to get out of bounds, working very little clock, although the pass and catch is short of the first down. So it's 4th and 5. New Orleans can either take a 47-yard field goal or go for it. Meanwhile, deep shot for Motor City. They're near midfield, 45 seconds and counting. They have all 3 timeouts. Should call it after their next. Oh, there they call it right there with 36 seconds left. Field goal for New Orleans. That's good. 17-0. Kickers making a difference in Minnesota. The Claws have built a 3-score lead on the road. Meanwhile, El Paso is to the Dakota 25-yard line. Timeout is called by Motor City. They have 1 left in a 10-10 tie. Pope lets that pass get away from him. El Paso still has all 3 timeouts with 37 seconds left. Minnesota has all 3 timeouts with 40 seconds left. They got to get out of the give-up zone, which they don't, to the 23. Timeout, El Paso. As all 3 games wind to the end of the first half. El Paso's got a 3rd and 17 after taking a sack. So a 49-yard field goal could be in their future. I got to see which way the wind is blowing. The wind is at El Paso's back. So they should be all right. Folk checks it down, and that pass is caught, so Minnesota will call a timeout with 31 seconds left. You know, one of the things that I think we're going to look into doing heading into week 3 is Dakota calls a timeout because it's 4th down. Motor City's got to hurry. 5 seconds left. 4, 3. Motor City 1 timeout in their pocket. That pass up to the sideline is caught. 1 second left. Ace Fennick. Motor City keeping that last timeout in their back pocket. They ended up not needing it, but the Mustangs just barely get into field goal range just before the end of the half. And with the field goal good in El Paso, it's 19-19. And Motor City's going to get an opportunity to kick a field goal here at the end of the first half. Falk's pass is caught down the field, ruled inbounds, so Minnesota has to burn their 2nd timeout. 1st and 10 at the 23, field goal good for Motor City. So what I was saying is that the give-up zone currently is the 24-yard line or behind. But something that we've seen is that when you leave the give-up zone and enter into a zone where you might try to go get points before the end of the half, sometimes that could just be a 3-yard run. As Minnesota's got the ball down into the red zone, and they'll run the clock down and at least get an opportunity at 3 points before the end of the first half. So maybe a more manageable field goal here for Minnesota to try to break the scoreless tie. Meanwhile for Dakota, there's 23 seconds left on the clock, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Did you see Dakota just went from the give-up zone where they're trying to run timeout and then into the zone in which they would try to get more aggressive. So moving the give-up zone back to the 20-yard line, there will be a greater probability that when your offense comes out on the field in the final couple of minutes of the first half, that they're going to try to be more aggressive, and that way they don't waste a play and a timeout. Will they or won't they get aggressive after kickoff? So that's something we're going to look into for week 3. Meanwhile, Billy Flagg's pass is caught down the sideline and getting out of bounds. With 14 seconds left, Dakota is able to preserve that timeout. Let's go to El Paso for the final seconds of that first half. Dakota has 1 timeout remaining. They need it to set up their final play of the half. That's why that was big for Nixon to get out of bounds.
Ready, ready.
Check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
14 seconds left for Billy Flagg in a 19-19 tie. Flagg fires, caught, turning upfield and just getting into range and stopping the clock with 9 seconds left. So Dakota gets to keep their timeout and get even a little closer. This is well done. Motor City, Minnesota, Dakota, all in the final 30 seconds or so, putting together drives to at least get some points. 94 passing yards, 93 rushing yards for New Orleans. A very balanced first half for the Claws, who are up 14. 9 seconds left for Dakota. The wind's in their face. Flagg dumps that one off. 3 seconds left, so they get a little bit closer. It's a 47-yard kick for Dakota on the final play of the second quarter in Texas. Brandon Kelly, deep shot for the Silver Tips. That is incomplete. He's 8 of 13 for 177 yards. 47-yard field goal for Dakota, unbothered by the wind. That's A.J. Horn with the kick, and at the end of the first half, a very thrilling and topsy-turvy first half. Dakota leads El Paso 22-19. Brandon Kelly going long. It is caught at the Motor City 21-yard line. K. Marion. It just doesn't matter what league, does it? Almost kind of boxing out the defender down the field. She was matched up on a linebacker, and that's always a good matchup.
Ready, break.
Mike 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Go.
Minnesota's up to 121 yards of offense, so they're starting to get it moving just a little bit. Jason Williams back to work for Montana, who's now in the red zone, threatening to take the lead on the road against Motor City tonight.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
I'm your host, UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. We got some good ones here tonight as Brandon Kelly fires. That's Marion, and she's into the end zone again. Wow, second touchdown of the night. What a debut. Montana has taken the lead 16-13. A revelation for the Silver Tips offense, looking much improved tonight. Brandon Kelly working on his game a lot this week. Elliott Pope will come out for El Paso, trailing just 3. Meanwhile, Minnesota has crossed the 50. And we'll see what the Chippers have as they try to get back in this one. The kick is blocked. Extra point is blocked. Motor City recovers. Motor City trying to get around the corner, and Montana's going to stop them. Deep shot, Tyler Falk, and New Orleans tried to punch it out from behind, but Tyler Falk hangs on to the 10-yard line. First down, Minnesota, so Montana's extra point is blocked, but not returned for 2 points. We saw a blocked extra point in the El Paso game. Look at Jack Toulos trying to punch this out. Look at him. Just, give me that. Tyler Falk holds on, and Minnesota's in business.
And two stop.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Five.
Handoff Brown. And that's the best run of the night for Douglas Brown. Or Dalton Brown, I apologize. Dalton Brown. Said Douglas Brown a couple of times tonight. Sincerest apologies. 2nd and 4 for Dalton Brown and the Chippers. Hand off, and that is a touchdown. That's Antonio Ross, the second unclaimed tailback for Minnesota. On a little read option, he's in the end zone, and Minnesota has 10 unanswered. Fourth down and 2, El Paso's going to elect a punt. Dakota gets a stop. And that punt, you can see that the wind is blowing from left to right. A little bit of a crosswind as well. Here in El Paso as the extra point for Minnesota is up and good. 17-10. All right, let's go to El Paso, where Dakota's the closest to scoring position at their own 35. Billy Flagg's 11 for 12. Handoff Lorenzo Snow, the 13th. Has 102 yards on 10 carries so far tonight, gets 9. Oh! No, was that caught? No, that was not caught. Ace Fennick, are you kidding me? Lower left-hand corner of the screen, you got to check out this replay. Ace Fennick. No way! No, I just did not see that. That's the best 2-yard catch I've ever seen. That is unbelievable. Ace Fennick, I cannot believe it. You, sir, are a magician. One of the best catches I've ever seen in football ever. And certainly the best catch I've ever seen in a video game. That is sensational. I cannot believe that. I just cannot believe that. Wow. Have a day. Ace Fennick, that was crazy. New Orleans back to work on offense. There's a penalty marker down in El Paso. It's offside on the Desperados.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, Justin, that is the nice catch of the night. New Orleans fighting tooth and nail. That's Chapatulas, 33 yards on 8 carries. It'll set up 3rd down and 4. Chapatulas tough to bring down. Billy Flagg fires, and that is caught. Now, are they going to give him a 1st down? No, 2nd and inches, but Dakota is in the red zone. Owens with another strong carry, the unclaimed tailback for Motor City, 72 yards on 11 carries. Screen pass set up for New Orleans. They got a 1st down to the 43. All right, red zone for Dakota. Billy Flagg's got a 1st down. The next time we have no teams in the red zone, we're asking our 2nd question of the night for a boost opportunity. You know what? We're going to make this a drop opportunity. A -5 drop for any team that currently is not protected by drops. It'll happen once we know who the 3rd team is, because that drop save and the drops and boosts will also occur in about 10 minutes. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Who knows if Eric Vincent, our resident Dailies poster, is here. Billy Flagg, back of the end zone, touchdown Dakota. Oh yes, Mike Coco, welcome to the league. What a catch. Man, receivers are showing out tonight. Look at this play. Mike Coco with the score. Dakota goes up 9. Wowzer. Pass for Motor City, incomplete on 3rd down and 15, and then on 3rd down and 7. Nearly a huge play for the Claws, but it looks like they're going to have to punt it away. Lower right-hand corner, let's see what happened there. Well, that really should have been caught by Motor City. Oh, Osbury had to play defender. Oh, he actually almost caught it. That's an awesome swat away. Unclaimed strong safety Deshaun Johnson for Minnesota makes that play. This punt, remember, you just have to touch it. Yep, 2-yard line. So Motor City pins Montana deep up 3. Okay, so we've got nobody really close, but Minnesota's scored 10 unanswered. They'll have the ball at their own 11-yard line.
30 base. Rip right. Check go.
Doug Folk just throws that one away. Montana at their own 2. Brandon Kelly almost went out of the back of the end zone. Kelly standing in his end zone, fires deep down the field and is intercepted. Intercepted and taken back the other way. Motor City to the 32-yard line. Colin Douglas, yet another interception on the young season for Douglas. Douglas had 2 picks last week. Kelly let it rip out of the back of his end zone on a jump ball, and it went right to Douglas. Doug Falk on 3rd and 10. That pass is caught. First down, Minnesota. Gain of 17. Elliott Pope's also got El Paso near the 50. And let's go back to Detroit, where Motor City just got the interception. Oh, hurdle from James. Wow, nicely done. Dyron James for El Paso, upper left-hand corner of your screen with a beautiful hurdle in open space. On the toss, right over the top.
On the ready.
4 minutes to go in the 3rd in Detroit. Montana leads 16-13. Our next trivia question will drop in 6 minutes once we know which team has been saved from drops. James on the carry, 61 yards on 9 carries for the Desperados top back. Doug Falk is 16 of 25 for 221. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for Minnesota as Tyler Falk's over 100. Motor City is in the red zone as James Walters makes a catch over the middle. Motor City trying to take the lead. There goes James again for El Paso down to the 24-yard line of Dakota. Play fake Jack Brown. This time it works, and Motor City's in the end zone for a touchdown. The Mustangs retake the lead on Colin Douglas's interception. Third and 3. Minnesota converts to the 50. First down. The Chippers continue to chip away at this deficit. Coming up on UFL Primetime tonight, it's the Florida Sharks, the Cleveland Bandits. Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk on the call. You won't want to miss it. The final game of Week 2 coming up on UFL Primetime tonight. As Motor City scores in just 3 plays, 20-16 is the lead for the Mustangs. Montana's going to have to figure out how to get it back. 2nd and 13 for El Paso at the 27. And over the middle, that is complete. Pope Jr. 16 of 19, but it's going to set up a 3rd down and 7 for the Desperados. They are the closest team to scoring position. That's where our audio is. 3:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Elliott Pope wide open, caught, first down to the 13. The drive will continue for Minnesota. It's 3rd and 7. New Orleans was up 17-0. Minnesota down just 7. They missed 2 field goals from 51 and 52 yards, respectively. 3rd and 7. Play fake. Doug Falk has time. Pass caught. Down to the 20-yard line. Minnesota's in the red zone, mounting a comeback. El Paso's in the red zone at the 13-yard line. Let's see what happens. Pope Jr. on a counter. Down to the 9. That's McCreary. Lights are bright tonight here in the studio. 2nd and 6 at the 8 for El Paso. 1st and 10 at the 19 for Minnesota. El Paso hands it off to James, and he is bludgeoned. Doug Falk's pass is caught, incomplete, actually knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver. Patrick for Montana, that's their unclaimed tight end, Cedric Patrick, has Montana near the 50. 2nd and 10 for Doug Falk. Pump fake, now fires to the end zone, intercepted! Intercepted! Jack Toulouse with the pick for New Orleans. And Minnesota comes up empty. Meanwhile, Mordecai Pfister with the sack on Elliott Pope Jr. Montana is in the red zone, but there is a penalty marker, and a block in the back is going to bring it back, wow, to the 44-yard line. So just that quick. Again, El Paso's going to have to settle for a field goal. Jason Williams is off and running for Montana. He's up to 87 yards. Field goal for the Desperados is good, 29-22 with 1:18 to go. And we are now out of the red zone everywhere. 2 minutes to the Boost Awards being announced. Then we can get to our second question of the night, which will be for a -5 drop. Now, don't put that in general. You don't want to make your drop public. Send it to me in a DM if you are the winner. Brandon Kelly, blitz picked up for Montana. That pass is caught by K. Marion down to the Motor City 24-yard line. K. Marion, 174 yards on 5 catches. The most receiving yards in a game this season. Trying not to miss anything here.
Come on, set, 70, Indy.
Was James Walters, 254. There's Lorenzo Snow, over 100 yards. Oh man, Montana on a 2nd down and 1. Buchanan can't get anywhere. So now it's a 3rd down and 2 for Montana at the Motor City 26-yard line. Billy Flagg over the middle. That's incomplete. That would have been a difficult catch even for the 6'4", 250-pound tight end TJ Horn. Shout-outs to all the Dakota Rhinos defenders on the field tonight. Mordecai and Malachi Pfister, Suki Padri, Rick Kuhn, Kilima Orso, Bailey Puckett on the field for Dakota, and a lot of new faces as well on that squad getting their first looks tonight. So shout out to all of you watching this evening. We have our winners today. Our Daily Boost winners are Marco Swift and Brandon Kelly of Montana. So that'll help boost Montana just that much more. Billy Flagg takes off on 3rd and 2. He's going to be dropped short. The drop goes to Michaela Foraker. So Michaela Foraker can drop anyone not on Denver, Los Angeles, and Denver again. So Renee Leon wins the drop save 2 out of the first 3 days. So Denver and Los Angeles are the only teams immune from drops. Now to win a -5 drop against your opponent.
60 Pittsburgh.
The question is, as New Orleans is close to the red zone, Montana is in the red zone. Brandon Kelly's pass is complete. The question is, how many teams are currently 2-0? First one to get it right in the chat wins. How many teams are currently 2-0 in the UFL? For a -5 drop on any player not playing for Los Angeles or Denver. How many teams are currently 2-0? Brandon Kelly going to the end zone. That pass is incomplete on 3rd and 8, so it looks like Montana will have to settle. Elliott Pope's got the ball back, but Mordecai Pfister with the sack. 2.5 sacks for Mordecai tonight, 29-22. is the score in El Paso. New Orleans going to the end zone. That pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Minnesota. They got the football back. Curtis is correct. 7 is the correct answer. Chris Curtis has won the -5 drop on any player on any team besides Denver and Los Angeles. It's all open. Chris Curtis, shoot me a DM with that -5 drop. Boy, Minnesota with a huge interception in the back of the end zone. Did get the toes down. Montana cannot take the lead. 20-19 is the score there. 29-22 in Texas. And now nobody's close to scoring position.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Silver.
Elliott Pope back to pass, and it sailed on him. Incomplete, just his 4th incompletion of the night. So here we go again for Minnesota. They have another opportunity. Another opportunity to go down and tie this game. New Orleans was up 17-0. They have not scored since later in the second quarter. Nice return for Motor City up to the 34-yard line. One of the best returns we've seen this season. We've not had a punt or kick return for a touchdown. It's another AI adjustment that's possible down the line. Now you look at Jack Brown's updated numbers. El Paso can't score, so they got a punt. Doug Falk is sacked. He lost the ball on 1st down and 10. 1st down sacks have been killing Minnesota, and that might be their adjustment if they're unable to come back in this game. New Orleans has 5 sacks. I think all of them have come on 1st down. Minnesota not establishing their run game. It's really hurting them tonight. 2nd and long there again, as Jack Brown on 2nd and short just flips it to nobody. 3rd and short for Motor City.
59, 50. They can't hang with us.
Yes, Justin. I think that was before the threads started for the winners. So, yeah, just DM it to me. Oh, Lorenzo Snow is gone. Out the door. Lorenzo Snow again. Touchdown, Dakota.
Oh, yeah, that's the score.
65-yard touchdown. The 2nd 50-plus yarder for Snow tonight. 3rd and 25. Doug Falk has to check it down, and New Orleans defense stands tall again. That is correct, Kane. So far, we got one more to give out tonight. Extra point for Dakota is good, 36-22. And Dakota could make it 2-0 against Texas teams if they're able to hold on with 10:03 to go. This is a deep kick, but New Orleans has some room to return. Up all the way to the 27-yard line. 9:09 left in that one. And Motor City, yes, it's caught.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
27-yard catch, 306 yards for Motor City. 202 of those through the air. Unclaimed wide receiver 3, Leventis Hawkins, with a pretty catch. Leventris Hawkins with the slow-mo replay. Caught it in between 2 defenders. Minnesota outgaining New Orleans 273 to 266. But they trail by 7. That pass is caught. New Orleans has not scored any points in the second half in either of their 2 games, with 8:20 left in the 4th quarter. Pope Jr. has got a first down as El Paso tries to respond. Ray Chapatulis nowhere to go, almost lost the ball. Jack Brown now to throw and escapes. I was just about to put Motor City's window block in red, but Jack Brown takes a sack. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Motor City. Pope Jr. trying to take off. Dakota has done an excellent job making sure Pope Jr. does not escape, just 12 yards on 4 carries. Lafourche's pass is caught for a first down, New Orleans. Pope Jr. going to take off and run again. This time has some room, but cannot get the first down. Dakota protecting a 2-touchdown lead. Lafourche fires over the middle. That pass is caught to the Minnesota 31-yard line.
90 Wolf.
Yeah, I think I did. Elliott Pope, 3rd and 2. Where was that going? As Ace Fenix got a catch for a first down. Motor City's in the red zone. 5 catches for 56 yards. We'll see if Fenix needed more heroics on this one. Nope, just right over the middle in stride. I don't know what that pass was from Elliott Pope Jr., but El Paso's going for it. 4th down and 2 at their own 47. 8:22 to go. Down 14. Pope Jr.'s pass is caught. First down. The drive stays alive for the Desperados at the 39-yard line. Excellent decision there by El Paso with time winding down in that game. What do you think about that one, chat? Holcomb 105 yards on 4 catches. Face mask on Montana. Motor City on the move. Elliott Pope scrambling again for El Paso, cutting it up the field. All kinds of time looking for a block. Pope Jr. down to the 20-yard line. Patient running from the quarterback.
60 outlaw.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Jack Brown out of shotgun. 7:08 to go. 1st and goal. Up 1. Brown's pass caught. Middle. Touchdown. Motor City. They take a 7-point lead. Mustangs trying to get to 2-0. Jack Brown another touchdown. Handoff. Byron James stumbles to the 15. Whisker Lafourche on the move to the Minnesota 25. Time is running out for the Chippers. They gotta get off the field. Extra point for Motor City is good. 2nd down and 5 for El Paso. They have struggled again in this area tonight. Handoff, James. First down to the 7-yard line. El Paso, plenty of time. Could just be a 1-score game. The field goal for New Orleans is good, making it a 2-score game there. 20-10 with 4:29 to play. Next opportunity that we're out of the red zone, we'll ask our 3rd question of the night for a +5 boost. Elliott Pope takes off down to the 4, 41 yards on 7 carries, 2nd and goal for the Desperados, but time is not on their side. That pass is intercepted, picked off Dakota, going all the way back, right at the goal line. The Dakota Rhinos are putting the Desperados away. Touchdown, Dakota! What did we say about the Dakota Rhinos before the season? They are explosive. Got off of one receiver and got on to the other. A 99-yard pick 6 for the Rhinos. That is a new UFL record for longest interception return, beating Donovan Rucker, who had a 95-yard pick 6 against San Jose for Fresno. The extra point is almost blocked but good. A new UFL record, 99-yard pick 6. Puts that game likely out of reach for El Paso, and Dakota looks like they're going 2-0, 43-22. We now have 2 teams trailing with the football. 3rd and 15 for Minnesota. They run a draw with 4 minutes to go. That is ugly. Another flag in Detroit. This is a hold. Montana having a tough night. 3rd and 27. Oh no, they declined it. Smart by Motor City. So it's 4th down and 5. Montana's going to have to play defense. 4th and 15. Minnesota's got to go for it. 3:28 left. Doug Falk caught. 1st down Minnesota. Well, the 4th down bails out the horrible 3rd down call, and the drive continues for the Chippers. You see Pope Jr.'s updated numbers, 20 for 26, 276, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. El Paso has more yards than Dakota right now, 390 to 375, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is the score. And that pass for Minnesota is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Meanwhile, Montana is down 8. They are trying to get off the field with 5:13 to go. Motor City's got the ball on their own 27. Montana has outgained Motor City tonight, 357 to 328. Doug Falk fires down the field, caught. 1st down, Minnesota to the New Orleans 30-yard line. The Chippers have been scratching and clawing since trailing by 17. They got to go. El Paso's in the no huddle. Montana's trying to get off the field. This is a big 3rd down and 9 for Motor City. Jack Brown, all kinds of time, and fires to a wide open receiver. That's Austin out of the backfield. 1st down to the Montana 35-yard line. No huddle for Minnesota. 2:20 to go. Doug Falk checked down, and that one was not open. 25 for 40, 332, but I don't think Minnesota wants to be throwing the ball 40 times on a given night.
Set, ready, 70.
1st down for El Paso, down 21. They're in no huddle. And Montana's now on the ropes as Motor City's about to enter scoring position, up 8. Falk gets crushed. Back of the end zone. That pass caught by Tyler Falk, but he was out of bounds. And that pass almost intercepted by Montana. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was almost a pick 6. Did Mordecai Pfister get another sack? Unbelievable night for him. 2nd and 12 for El Paso. Pope Jr. just has to take the check down. Jack Brown has Motor City into the red zone. Minnesota's going to kick the field goal on 4th and 5 to make it a 1-score game. 2:07 to go and all 3 timeouts, so they can kick it deep. What do you think, chat? Down 7, all 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning. You kick it deep if you're Minnesota? Field goal is good. Let's go to Detroit. 1st down and 10. That is Ace Fennick. Down to about the 11-yard line with 3:25 to go. Pope Jr., deep shot. Oh, that is dropped. Wow, he was wide open. 2:49 left, and that was on 4th down, so El Paso turns the ball over on downs. Minnesota will kick it deep. Jack Brown hands the ball off. Just enough for the 1st down. Montana's going to have to start burning timeouts here. Oh, Tyler wanted the onside kick. Evan Woods says kick it deep. Anybody else have any opinions? That's always a tough one. Billy Flagg, 14 of 16. Hasn't had to do much tonight. Lorenzo Snow, the 13th, has been brilliant. Jack Brown on 1st down and goal. Play fake. He's got all kinds of time. Now going to take off and run, and he is sacked. So Montana calls a timeout. That is that pass deflected in the Minnesota game. Will set up 2nd down and 10. New Orleans staying aggressive. So 2nd and goal at the 17 after Jack Brown is sacked. Montana with just a little bit of life, but Motor City is in scoring position. LaFouche is passing again here just before the 2-minute warning, and New Orleans has a 1st down. Brown on it. Nope, he play fake. He lost the ball. It is on the turf, and Montana recovers. 1st down. Silver tips. Was his arm going forward? Was Jack Brown's arm going forward? Ooh, that is so close. Timeout, Minnesota. This might be our best look. Wow, that is close. Are we going to get a review, or does it stand? Montana makes quite possibly the biggest play of the night.
Got it.
Send us the mic. Watch 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
And
Let's go.
gets us to a 1st and 10 for the Silvertips. That pass is caught down to the 43-yard line with 2 minutes to go.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it.
All right, trying to get my bearings here as New Orleans has a 1st down. Minnesota only has 1 timeout left.
Ready?
Brandon Kelly fires. That is caught out of bounds to the 41-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Dakota's, wow, look at that flip. Dakota's player goes airborne. Minnesota calls their last timeout. So 1:44 left. Minnesota out of timeouts. That onside kick looking a little bit better and better, although it's still only a 10% chance to recover.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Montana down 8, trying to pull the comeback. Kelly's pass is out of bounds, so it's 3rd down and 9. Meanwhile, Minnesota stops Lafouche on the scramble, so now it's 3rd down and 8. We got to get the third question out quickly. Which 2 teams with the fewest amount of claimed players coming into the week claimed players this week? Which 2 teams with the fewest amount of claimed players coming into the week claimed players this week? You need both teams to get the correct answer for a +5 boost. Tag me in general if I announce that you are the winner.
All day, every day, any day.
Minnesota gets the stop. Lorenzo Snow has 184 yards tonight. That ties Casey Mears for the UFL record for most rushing yards in a game. And that was Montana with an incompletion. Was that 4th down? I think that was 4th down. Montana's drive ends, and they only have 2 timeouts to stop the clock. Dakota has won 43-22. All of those guesses in the chat are wrong. Which 2 teams with the fewest amount of claimed players coming into the week claimed players this week? Kane Vasquez is correct. Milwaukee and Montana. You've won a +5 boost to your player or your teammates. New York is on the board tonight. Okay, Minnesota, what you got? 1st down and another sack. He lost the ball. It's picked up by New Orleans, and that's how it's going to end in Minnesota. Wow. 1st down offense for Minnesota. Struggled all night. The sacks, everything. I don't think he was down. Can we get a zoomed in look at that? Folk. Ball looked like it was moving. Maybe they're going to, well, there is a booth review there, so hold everything in Minnesota. Meanwhile, Montana is out of timeouts, but they just stopped Motor City. It's 4th and 1 for the Mustangs. It's a wrap in El Paso, 43-22. Don't forget, coming up next, Chris Curtis, Tyler Falk have the Florida Sharks and the Cleveland Bandits in Cleveland's home opener. The review was overturned. No fumble for Doug Falk, but it's 2nd down and 21. He's now standing in his end zone. Doug Falk looking for somebody to get open. Now heaves it deep. He can't get rid of it, and New Orleans gets a safety. And that might have destroyed some score predictions there. 3 seconds left. That's how it will end in Minnesota. 22-13. Now Montana with 36 seconds left. They are down 8, no timeouts. This is almost impossible. Kelly fires down the field. The pass is incomplete. Kane Vasquez in the chat. Love the improvement you get to see from some of these teams. New Orleans looks so much better, and Montana is giving Motown everything they can handle.
Let's go, defense.
After looking lifeless in game one, Kelly's pass is caught, but there's only 23 seconds left, a 10-second runoff. That doesn't do anything for Montana. Would have been better off dropping it. Silvertips running out of time. 15 seconds left. Kelly, all kinds of time, down to 6, got to get rid of it, fires down the field, it's picked off, Motor City, taking it to the house, Colin Douglas again, he's got 4 picks in 2 weeks, touchdown Motor City. With 1 second left, and despite a strong effort from the Montana Silvertips tonight, Colin Douglas might just be the best defensive back in the UFL. 4 interceptions in 2 games. Taking that away from K. Marion. And Douglas gets the last laugh. Final score from Minnesota, it's New Orleans 22, Minnesota 13. Dakota beats El Paso 43-22, and now Motor City making it a little bit more lopsided than it actually was, 34-19 in some very wonky scores tonight that just might help the pot grow to +6 next week. So with 1 second left, we play out the stretch here. Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk will be joining us, and you won't want to miss it. Florida and Cleveland. What a way to cap off week 2. We get to see how those 2 teams have improved this week as well. And thank you, as always, for watching UFL action. Every night we are live as Montana's kick runs out the clock. And that begins our countdown to the end. Final scores tonight: Dakota 43, El Paso 22, Motor City 34, Montana 19, and New Orleans 22, Minnesota 13. New Orleans gets their first win of the season, while Motor City and Dakota improved to 2-0 and up the number of unbeaten teams heading into week 3 to 9. From all of us at the UFL, I've been UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. This has been UFL Game Night, and we'll see you next time. Florida Cleveland coming up next. We'll see you there. Enjoy the game.